So now since I am live, I can talk shit now, you know what I'm saying? I can talk a bunch of crap. Like, well, okay, you know what? Honestly, I got nothing. Right now, I just got nothing. The only reason why my camera is off because I don't know if I can smoke on this thing or not yet. So this is just me, kind of being safe at this point. I don't want to be banned from anything because I'm banned from TikTok already. I mean, being banned from TikTok. I mean, for fuck's sakes, who gets banned from TikTok? Okay, well, I mean, it's the it's not owned by any Westerners, so I think that's why. I mean, even smoking a cigarette is like the worst thing you could possibly do there. But hey, you know what? I'm not gonna fight it. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fucking let them win. Who's them? I have no idea who's them. But I do know that I need to beat AI today. Okay, so I'm gonna give it prompts and it's going to render a picture using the prompts that I gave it. But I don't know if it's going to do the right thing. Whenever I put in prompts in the algorithm, it just somehow turns out very different from what I can imagine, like from what I imagine. The character that it created, I will put it up though. I will put it up on socials. So okay, this year you'll be watching live. Now you see this year doesn't record, unfortunately. It just like leaves it there, It like leaves it there and says, hey, you know what, dude, fuck you. Like fuck you, okay? Like you are not gonna get you are. You know what? Listen, you want to stream on YouTube? How about you get 50 subscribers? I can't even do that. I mean, like seriously, you crappy piece of shit. Why would we do this to ourselves? Huh? Why do we exhaust ourselves continuously going live and then trying to work out what the fuck is wrong with this damn like with technology, I mean, I can't even get this thing to stand up straight. You need to take a Viagra, bro. Okay, like you just need to like for real. Otherwise I'm going to be like pissed off the entire day. FML, man. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm going to put on um I'm going to put prompts into AI. Now, AI, there's a lot of different ones. There's Stable Diffusion, there's DaVinci, there's, I can't think of any of the other ones right now. There's a few AI generators, right? Now, I like ChatGPT. Number three, right? Number four, you have to pay for it is bullshit, right? I mean, all they do is basically give you, they unlock certain shit, right? Which I can do by myself on uh, what's it called on GitHub. But the thing is, my computer is not powerful enough to handle what I wanted to do. So I need to update the operating system. and I need to just make this computer better. I don't know how. I really don't know how. I mean, 90% of everything that I do here is just, by luck. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, okay, let's try trouble. Uh, debug, I guess. I had supper, which is a good thing, which is different for me. Okay, because I don't have supper normally. Normally, I'll sit here and sketch the entire night away, and then I'll look up and it's sunrise already. So yeah, that's like, sure. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do to me now because I smoke. If they're gonna be like TikTok, right? I'm gonna get banned so fast because I got banned on TikTok. I mean, not even people who go nude on camera on TikTok get banned. Okay, that is just like a slap on the wrist. You have a cigarette on camera. My God, these fuckers, they won't let you see at the end of it. They'll just 10 minutes. You are now limited. So I don't know what limited means now. I use it normally for like limited pressings when I do pictures, but I think it's different compared to. I mean, I know the camera is shit, right? The camera angle is kind of shitty right now at this point. I'm trying to fix it up a little bit. Let's bend this thing here. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm in dash angle. Oh, this way. Why does it do that? Why do all the cameras fucking mirror the effect? Like, I mean, why do they do it? They don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to mirror the fucking thing. You can just show it to me normally. Like, if I put my right hand out. No. No? So, okay. So, in the description of this video, you will find the prompts that I used. So the prompts were my character, which is this dude here. The same, right? Which is this dude here. He is. I think I've been sketching this character for a very long time. Like this was in 2006, 2006, 2005, I think. When I was bald, right? And yeah, I was bald. Okay, I was a skinhead at one point, but this is kind of like what I started off with, and then it kind of progressed into him having armor, and then from armor to him having like a sort of like a brown leather jacket, and underneath you'll be able to see like the power suit. So I want to try and capture that whole thing because it's really difficult sometimes to do it in black and white, especially with contrast. Now, with color, it's easy. With color, you can differentiate between everything, and it's kind of awesome. I love color, but also I love sketching. Like, I mean, I've been doing black and white for over 20 years now, so that is sort of my style. My style. Do I have a style? I don't freaking know what I'm talking about. Mostly, sometimes. I mean, if you guys can get away with like some shit on camera, I mean, why not? Oh yeah, here's it, right? So this was like now after the battle took place, right? This is kind of like um the aftermath of everything. I actually need to finish this one up. So what I'll do is this, right? I'll do the drawing that I'm supposed to do for the live, right? But only till 12 o'clock, till midnight. Because from midnight to madness is Twitch time. So this year will just be till 12 o'clock, which is now 10 to 11. Not bad. I mean, I thought I was going to get way more delayed, to be honest with you. You know why? Because this thing all of a sudden just stopped recording in the middle of fucking nowhere. It just threw me out, you know? Now, I do have another camera set up there. That's my laptop camera. Because this does not um, record. That you have to subscribe for. You know, you have to pay for that shit. So either I get 50 subscribers or I pay. I don't have money to pay for this shit. All right. I don't want to pay for fucking shit. All right? I don't. Why? I mean, on TikTok, right? I had close to 1,000, right? Almost hit 1,000, right? It was 666 at one point, and 680, then 720, and then all of a sudden I just got banned, like out of the blue. No fool, no warning, no nothing, right? So now let me tell you something, right? You assholes who are running TikTok, screw you, okay? Bastards. Okay, so what was the prompts again? Oh yes, right. So he has a brown leather jacket, right? He has a power suit underneath, black like pants, but like with armor plating on the front, and he's going to like the wings are going to like burst out from his back, right? So I want it to sort of like be in that motion where it just like flares open, and then like you'll see like just like shreds of his skin with his back, everything just like all over, and then it's going to be kind of like over the thing that he's fighting, so which is this dragon, I guess, over the shoulder of this dragon. So the dragon is going to be like sort of like in the frame, so you'll just see like underneath the neck down towards the leg, and like the little bit of the claw, and then there in the center or like on the other side of the page, you I'll have my character. But now what I want him to do is that I want it to seem like he was thrown against a wall. So there's going to be a wall behind him, and it's going to have like a huge like a knock in it, right? Like a crack. Like if you take something behind, like just smash, like Hulk, for instance, when he hits a wall and just see it like shockwave. Yeah, like that. So I want it to be dramatic, obviously, because why not? This is all concept art. This is all concept art, right? This is all going to be 3D rendered into a game um, in the near future, hopefully. So yeah, that is kind of like what I'm hoping for. And my partner in crime, he is the one who got all the technology. So I'm sitting here just doing publicity shit, you know, and in programming because I don't want to pay for anything. So I would rather get paid to do something than pay to do it. Okay, because that's just how I see life. Okay, if whoever sees life differently, do it. Okay, you see life differently. So, I don't know what to say to you. I mean, what must I say to you? It's, you know, whoop de do for you. So I do need to take my medication though, my ADHD medication. I don't like that medication so much. It makes me like super tired. The only way to counter that is by taking less. But then I start getting more, you know, fidgety. Once I start getting fidgety, that's it for me. No more joke. That's it. Then I'll just go completely off topic. Right. Anyways, let's get a fresh piece of parchment, a paper. If I can find it. Can I find it? I think I can find it. Oh, I got it. No, I didn't find it. That is something that I'm busy with as well. This here is like a landscape, um, sort of like a landscape. It's just it. This is for the classroom. This here is to show. I don't know if you guys can see this shit here, right? This is to show perspective, right? Perspective in art is really important. And how you get perspective, you use geometry. Now, geometry is not fun at all, right? I hate any sort of math. But I was good at maths in school, even though I hated it. Doesn't make sense, but makes perfect sense, right? And now I'm learning how to code, which is more maths, which is awesome, by the way. So yeah, there's that. What's interesting though, because of copyright, I cannot listen to music while I'm talking to you guys on the camera, on live, or matter of fact, like on any sort of video content, unless it is, copyright free or royalty free, I guess. All right, so I'm going to start off with the 2B. Why 2B? Because 2B is got like a hard lid, so it doesn't put so much of it down. When you're sketching, and then you go onto the softer, so then you got like 4B, then 3B, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I got all of them sharpened, ready for the rest of this entire stream. If I can just find the paper. The paper is the important part, okay? Without paper, we cannot do anything. Isn't that in the day? Yeah? Everything was done in paper. We used to have print media before. It's so funny to say. We had print media. Print media, like magazines and stuff, right? So we used to have subscriptions to magazines. I love magazines, right? I still love magazines. If Neg was still a magazine, I would buy it. Now Neg is a game, was like a game, sort of like tech sort of whole thingamabob. But what it was awesome, because they used to give you like this the CD that came with every copy, right? And on the CD there was either game footage or a free demo or something like that, right? And I used to go nuts for it every month. Had to buy that day. Speed and Sound can't be easy. Bikers make. Because I love superbikes. That's my. This is so weird. My R6. I went down on my R6, right? Not a high speed crash or anything. It was quite good. It was going around a traffic circle, and the what's it called? The ignition barrel. It was loose and it fell between the steering handles, and it got stuck in the opposite direction and it threw me off. I ran and turned the bike off, and I lifted it up and looked at it. A little bit scratched on the side, handlebar a little bit bent. The front brake. Other than that, all good, right? Until I took it to a fucking mechanic, right? I didn't have time to fix it myself. I didn't have the time to fix it myself. I had to go to work, I had to do all my shit. So I sent it to a mechanic. I asked him, do you know how to work on bikes? Do you understand? So he's like, yeah, don't worry, give me a week. A month passed, right? I go and pick up my bike. I said, fuck you to the mechanic, because he left it there in just to sit, and it was raining so much, right? I wheeled it home. I took it apart myself, put it together, started it up, and realized that what they did was they kept on swinging. So what happened is that the one bearing, not the one bearing, the one cylinder bore got so hot, right, that the sleeve on the inside, the brass sleeve that you get on the R6, it cracked. So it was losing compression. It wasn't the carburetor. It wasn't fuck all else. It was just that they started the bike and it starved of fuel on the one cylinder, and that's it. So I mean that's like 3.5 grand to go take it to the engineers, they'll rebore, do the whole shebang, and then I mean it's just sucks. I mean, because then every time I like open the throttle, it's just like grrr, grrr. It's just I got so angry, right? I sold the bike. I sold it. Just as is. Bought it for what? 45,000. Sold it for 40,000. You know, I sold it to a guy who was just learning how to ride. He came with his friend, the biker. I told him what was up. He said, all right, cool, no problem. I miss that bike so much. You get to check it on my Instagram. I miss all my bikes, like GSX-Rs, Diabusa, um, just the flop was I just didn't do maintenance. Now, if you look after your machine, obviously your machine is going to look after you, right? Me, mm, mm, didn't work out that way. So I'm gonna start off with the perspective of this entire thing. Now, how do I work out perspective on a page? It's simple, right? I take this page and I fold it in half, right? Then I fold it in half again. But this here creates lines and creases on the page, which I don't want. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to use another piece of paper, which I did already fold. And right, so this scrap piece of paper here, right? A4 piece. What I do is just to get perspective, I find the halfway point. Okay. So I fold it in half, put it corner to corner. And aim the phone down. Okay, all right. So in half, like this, like how else would half be, right? Um, yeah, I'm a genius sometimes. Just sometimes, not all the time, just sometimes. Then I draw a line through the center. Then what I'll do is that I'll take it over again to the side and then find exact center, which is right here. Now from this center point here, you're going to go out wide. So this is not one of my classes, okay? This is just me just explaining some shit because I want to, right? So it's going to go wide. However, now you see where the problem comes in is now I'm going to draw my character somewhere around here. There's going to be the wall or building behind him, which is going to have the indentation of his back, like hitting against the wall, severe impact, right? And then there's going to be the dragon on the side here. Now, thing about this, right, is that if I get this part wrong, everything else is wrong. And that sucks, right? So what do? I start off with the biggest subject of the two, which is going to be him, right? So if you look at the halfway point and you turn, remember this is all geometry, right? Although I don't have a protractor, so I don't know exactly how many degrees I'm going to be going with this whole thing with, but I can tell you one thing, that it's not like it's kind of like it's maybe 45 degrees or maybe even 50. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I really don't. I really don't know. So so there we go. You see, we have a sort of a linear line, right? Now for him to get the ratio correct, right? So what I'll do is See where this line here just falls off the page. I'll put the end of my ruler or page or whatever you're going to use on that line, just there where it ends, and then you'll find the point here, right? And then you'll find this point here at the bottom, and it will give you exactly the same angle as this line here that went across, the diagonal line. So whoop-de-doo for you, right? The first lesson sorted. You want more lessons? Pay me $20. You know, it's what's the weird part, right? I do have a campus that I'm currently working on. We open up in October, 1st of October, and in fact, I'm looking forward to. But I'm also kind of dreading because it is just, you know, it is just quite harsh. You know, it's like there's a lot of work to be done. So I'm doing programming and all of this is just so I can teach people how to use stable diffusion, graphics cards, you know, like what it does mean, all that crap. It's all going to be a part of this course. Now we do have an organization which is an NPO, which is a non-profit organization, but that is more for the underprivileged. So whatever funds we get from the fees or whatever you guys put is towards the greater good, is towards, you know, giving kids who don't have books, basically, and pencils, obviously, because I mean, how else are they going to sketch? And I want this whole world to be just, you know, full of art. Okay, I want the whole world to be just full of art, just like everywhere. And if I can do that, then that would be like the biggest achievement for me. Is, you know, spread art. Just, you know, just spread the art, spread all the art. You know. Okay, back to the picture. I'm still thinking. What am I doing with my life that is so wrong right now? I'll tell you. I don't have perspective. Right? Why do I not have perspective? Because um, I am overthinking everything that I do. Why do I overthink everything that I do? Because it's just how my brain works. Okay, I can't tell you why. I can't tell you how. I can't tell you nothing else but, hey, listen, you know what? This is how you work out perspective, right? I look at everyone's art and I just think to myself, wow, that's amazing. You know, that's just like so amazing, like what you just did right there. And then I look at my art and I'm like, you spent 2 days on this shit, like on this crap. Like, what is wrong with you? And then I answer myself, absolutely everything. Okay, just too much to mention. Okay, now I need to drop this by one. So how do we do that? By finding the same line, right? Because now what we're doing is that I'm opening up the page towards him, towards where he's going to be on the side here. So I'm opening it up on the side here. Our little dragon friend is going to be over here. So his claws will show here, a bit of his wing also. So let's try and get distance. All right, so if you're looking at distance, right, there's a few ways you can go about it, right? One is that you just make lines all the way through the page and then you just follow those as a guide. Or you can be like me and overcomplicate shit and use triangles. Now, triangles are an amazing achievement to fuck up, okay? That is like me saying, okay, cool, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make my life 10 times more difficult by just, you know, fucking triangles and hands and feet. You know, those are the things that throw me off completely. Okay, that is what really throws me off. But hey, you know what? Who gives a shit, right? I don't. I do. I'm lying. I do. I really care. I really care about my life. I really want, you know, the things to work out well. I really, I need it to. If it doesn't, then I just feel sad. Okay. Some people say don't feel sad. I can't help it. Okay. I just can't. All right. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know what you think because you guys don't say anything. No one says anything. No one says a fucking word ever, unless like on Twitch I got one person with two people to respond. Right? I got 4 whole followers now. Right? And I was just talking shit like how I am now. That's all I was doing, and sketching, obviously. I mean, what is talking shit without sketching? You know, it's so weird. So weird, yeah. And so now this dude here, how am I going to? So you know what? I'm gonna have to draw another line. Yes, I am gonna have to draw another line. Why? Because you know, because my life is not complicated enough already. Because that is just fucking beautiful, you know. Okay, so we have him here. We'll have his wingspan, quite broad though, because like, if you look at this picture here, of him, his wings are quite broad. Where's the animation? Okay, it's somewhere here. It's somewhere. I promise you it's somewhere. I mean, check this one. What is this? This is, I like this one here a lot. It's one of my favorites. Oh, the camera froze on me. Thank you for that. Mm, thank you so much for doing that to me. Right? Okay, so this one here is one of my favorites because it took me like forever to sketch. Right? Um, this one here as well because I finally got his power suit like already, you know. So we got the big monsters. We got one dying monster on the side, and we got lots of blood, which is super dramatic. I love dramatic stuff. Yeah. This one I actually got on my TikTok, the one that's banned. I got the time lapse of quite a few of these here. Even this one here I have. Um, this one isn't for the game. This one is for my comic book. I started with a story thread, so I'm just kind of yanking on it every now and again to see what happens. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. This is the Samurai, the Ronin. This one here is actually a remake of another one that I did. That I did here somewhere. Yeah, so if you look at these two side by side, right? Oh my god, can you just all right? If you look at these two here side by side, right? The the things are in the right place. It's just that the one I was sort of like doubting, so I stopped after I made the streaks, and then this one here came out fine. But now I still need to pen it in. And I mean pen it, I mean like properly pen. Like I mean, um, do I have an example for you? Yes, I do actually have an example for you. Thank you for asking. Um, is where are you, you bastard? You know, so neatly. Like I mean, so yes, I was saying that you see his wings here are like super what's call it? Stuff like that. They're they're quite big, right? So he's going to have wings and a devil tail and it's going to be awesome. You know, it's going to be freaking awesome. What is the time? It is now 11, 11. I got 45 minutes with you guys. Okay, I got 45 minutes with you guys, and then I'm heading over to Twitch. Right, same username as this year, Joe Outburgers. Hey, listen, it's everywhere. Okay, the Exhibition Nation though, that day has its own page because that day is a company and not just something I mess around with. This year is something I like mess around with a lot because, well, I can. I mean, it's my baby. This is what I do. That's what I learned how to do. Actually, I self-taught for a very long time, doing things the hard way, and then I got wise and actually did a course, and then I did photography and whatnot, and then there's like 14 years of like chefing. I started to be a chef, right? And I started at a young age because I was away from home from I think the age of 16, 17. Um, because I just couldn't handle this shit anymore. That I just like that was it for me. So I left, and yeah, this was the start of my life, I guess. You know, never mind the trauma and shit. Fuck that trauma. What trauma? You got trauma? Maybe actually a lot of trauma. I got like tons and tons of it. Do you know why? Because um yeah, life happened. You know, it's so awesome, so awesome. Yeah, so yes, yeah. Don't do that to me. But it's like from a very young age, so, you know. So it was kind of sucked. It did kind of suck. Like I mean, it sucked a lot. I mean, not all of my childhood though, just some of it, like in a very early age, very young age, you know. Um, Lots of pain, lots of memories. Shit, I hated it. I mean, it wasn't um, something you want to go through. But hey, listen here, we can't all be lucky, okay? We can't. So what do we do? We learn to work through our pain. How? I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out. So, give me a that looks so sick because he's going to be here, right? So that will be the one side of him. And then to create a sort of a 3D model around it or a wire mesh, if you will. What I do, I create a box, right? Inside this box is my imagination, right? When they say think out of the box, tell them to shut up and not tell you what to fucking do because you know what? They can all go to hell, right? There's a box. You need a box, okay? If you don't have a box, what you gonna carry your shit around in, okay? Your fucking bag, huh? A dustbin bag, like a bin bag or something. No, okay, just no. What you're gonna do is that you're gonna find yourself a big ass box, right? And you're gonna throw all your shit inside that box, right? And then you're gonna carry that box with you for the rest of your life. That's what it is. That's what they mean by think out of the box means that you need to die, okay, to forget or get amnesia. Like I mean, either or. But if there's still someone around to remind you of it, ugh, it's not gonna help. Okay, it's not gonna help you much. So I make a little 3D box then. My little 3D box here is what keeps everything in proportion, right? Now you need things to be in proportion, okay, because otherwise it looks weird. It looks weird, okay. Right. There we go. And then this side as well. How far is this? Didn't think you believe. So How you doing, folks? Is it right? Huh? Is it okay? Is it good? Is it good? I don't know if you're okay or not. I can't tell. Why? Because I'm not a fucking mind reader. Stop wasting my time. Okay, now here's my box. Right, I'm gonna put myself inside this box. Yes, the character is based off me, because it just changed. It changes every time I change my hair. So that happens a lot. That happens a lot. I mean, like a lot. Like not just a little bit, lot. Like a lot, a lot. What am I even saying? I don't know. I'm just trying to fill the time with some words and shit, right? Because words help me get through shit. I think someone said something like that once. Oh, you should talk about it. It will help you. Shut your fucking mouth, man. Talk shit here. Talk about your trauma. Really, talk about my trauma. Bring it back to the forefront of my fucking imagination. And I got a vivid imagination. Okay, I do. I really do. Okay. Banner. Okay, I don't know. I can't see anything yet. I don't think there's like anything happening right now. Right at this fucking moment in time, I don't know what's going on here with this thing. I'm using StreamYard, if you can't tell by the pianos. But hey, you know what? It's better than not streaming it. You know what? It's not. It's not. Honestly, StreamYard is shit. Listen, you guys. I'm not talking bad about it, right? It got a lot of bugs. It just got a lot of bugs, and I don't like bugs. Okay, I don't like bugs. I don't like things scrolling. I don't like shit like that. I just don't. Just no. Okay, that's like a no from me. I don't know if I'll use this platform again. Maybe if I have to pay for it, it will be a bit better. But for now, I guess it's just it is what it is, and yeah, that's about it. That's all I can say about this whole situation. Okay, that's gonna be awesome. These wings are gonna be like freaking open up like that, like Batman, but actually like a real bat. Why like a real bat? You ask, or you might ask, or something. I don't know, because he is part demon and he's called an alpha, right? In this world, they called alphas, and you got betas, right? Alphas are born with a strand in them, right? Like a mutant, like X-Men, right? The genetics, but it's all because of these vines that grow everywhere. Now, it depends how exposed either their parents. Now he is a ghetto boy, right? He is just this dude. He's just nasty. Like I mean, he's psycho, just killer vibes everywhere. Which I really dig about this character, because I mean, it reminds me of Kratos, right? And Kratos, all-time favorite, has have to be. I mean, he's up there. He's on top 10 list. Um, which other characters were like super badass that you remember from like your childhood? You remember I played PlayStation 1, right? So that's how old I am. I was born before PlayStation. I was born when Sega and Nintendo had like cartridges in their like consoles. I used to play with A and B, and that was fun. It was fun. And then Sega came out with a handheld, and then Game Boy came out. Like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? It's you can take it everywhere. Super Mario. And then you know, holy shit, what happened next? God only knows. I mean, from the time I was like I can remember to now, technology has taken such a turn in so many different ways. And I really don't see the downside to it, because I can do everything myself now, right? But also the downside is that I have to do everything myself, because without money in this world, right, it's pay to win. I'm telling you straight right now, no matter who you are, where you come from, it's fucking pay to win, right? Everything is pay to win. If you're going to, just you want to fling a booger, for instance, it's pay to win, bro. Okay, either you have the money to fling that booger or not. Okay, if you don't have the money, then don't fling the boogers. Keep the boogers to yourself, right? But it's always nice to see what's on the other side. At one point, successful, married, I have a child, now divorced. Really get to see my baby. It's irritating, to say the least. And it's just fucking gut wrenching most of the time. But this is why this is what's my driving force. He's my driving force, and I don't want to put it all on his shoulders like that day. I'm using that day to fuel purpose, just to fuel that go-get spirit that I had when I just got married. And slowly over the years, it was like lost, because that's how shit happens. You get lost inside the other, like within the other person, like you stop thinking about like what it is that you need as an individual, and everything you do is just to sort of accommodate that emotion or their emotions. And the thing is that you don't make a big deal out of it, because I mean, fuck's sake, it's fine. But when all of a sudden then it's not fine, then you're left to pick up the check, and you're like, fuck, man. Like, really, 7 years of marriage, almost 7 years of marriage, right? And that's just like out of the fucking window, just like, what do you have left in you? I don't know what I have left inside me, honestly, because I really don't think there's much. No, there's nothing much left inside. Internally, I want to give my son a big hug, right? And I want to take him on holiday. So that is my goal. That's my goal, right? To take my son on holiday. And I think that's the most, after that day, I'll be so happy you can kill me. Okay? I can die. I don't mind. But just let me take my son. Let me just, he's only 4, right? Next year he's going to be 5. And this year I'm going to be 53. Next month, actually. And everything that, like, I mean, everything that we planned for was just like, is now, it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, it just doesn't exist. And that sucks. It sucks big time. I really wanted, things to work out and just, be okay again. But you know what? The thing is, you can't turn back time. You can't unfuck someone. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I got my revenge. I mean, actually, it's not even revenge. It's just like just a little side joke for myself. Like, side quest completed. Haha. Just like, tick that box. First thing I did though was I got divorced. I had a threesome, right? And then afterwards, right? I dated quite a few girls over the past like 3 years, 2 years maybe, 3 years. Is it gonna be 3 years already? No, Rehana's 2 years older. Yeah, it's gonna be 3 years now. Wow, just over 3 years that I'm divorced, and things changed so much, right? I mean, I used to go out partying and get myself out of the slump, but now all I do is I sit at home, I work, and I plan this, and I plan every little thing down to the most minute thing that can go wrong, because the only person who can help me is me right now. No person can come to me and be like, oh, why didn't you? No, it's just shut up at this point. Just fuck off, please. I don't want to hear it. It's going to either be, your head rolling or your head rolling. So there's your options. Okay. Where did I go so wrong? You know? And then I asked myself the question, like, where did I lose my own self-respect? Because like it was like the third time that I got like, and you can see the signs and shit when it's happening again, right? It's after we had a baby, right? This is like after COVID now. And I think it's like shit, Like I mean, I was going like I left previously, right? I left and I said, okay, fine, it's done, it's over with, right? I'm leaving, right? Twice she comes and she says, oh, you know what? Listen here. This is before we had Rehan, right? This is before we had our baby. And it's just a fucking, just a kick in the balls at this point, because I mean, I know I chose to go back there. Like, I mean, knowing what I knew, and like, it just frustrating. It's frustrating. Okay, that's what it is. It's hell of a frustrating, because now I have to literally just do it all over again. Everything all over again. Start everything all over again. You know? Is it easy? No, it's not easy. But anything worth doing is not easy, right? And then the one life lesson that I will take to my grave is what my mother told me once when I was really small. And I was playing with a ball or something, right? And my sister came and took it away. And I told her, but like I was playing with it first. It's not fair. And my mother said, no one said life is going to be fair. That at that point, right? I never ever used that again. That word, fair. Was it justified? Absolutely not. It wasn't justified at the time. I mean, I was a baby. But what did it teach me? It taught me the rest of my life. It kept me in good stead. But when I let go of one teaching, right, there's a lesson that's going to come and hit me hard from the other side. And I know it's going to come, right? Because that's what happened. That's what happened. Because every time I forget something, there's just like this little stab in the side, or in my back in this case, um, saying that, hey, guess what? You forgot something, bro. Just how about you pick this up here, and just try and make sense of this. Try and make sense of this. And it's all it is like a big fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's not even like a message in that shit. It's like just fuck you. I mean, can you blame life at this point? Nah, not really. I mean, I'm honestly I honestly sometimes feel very lucky to go through certain things in my life, and then I realize I'm not lucky to go through certain things. I'm fucked up. I am very messed up, and that is unfortunate, because I hit a lot of potential at one point, and now I just feel like everything that I'm grasping for is out of my reach. Everything that's I was looking forward to is now out of my reach. Everything I was, it's just far, far, far away. It's just a pipe dream at this point. What else could it be? I mean, do you honestly think that, one day I just woke up and thought to myself, I'm going to be a better person, right? And then 7 years passed, and then being a better person never get me anywhere. Being a kind person never fucking get me anywhere. Being an asshole got me somewhere. Being harsh got me somewhere. You can't be kind to this world. You can't. Because as soon as you're going to decide to be kind, the world's going to say, hey, easy target, and you're fine. So choose wisely. Okay, just choose wisely. Okay, so the swing is kind of like curve forward. Okay, and this one here too. So it's going to be here, and then it's going to curve like a penis. Like a penis. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Which way does it curve? It's the way you store it. That's the way it curves. Chicks will never get that. They'll be like, what? What do you mean? What do you even mean? I mean what I say, okay? I mean what I say. Exactly that. Okay, it's just you have to have one to understand it. Like a wide step, the extra wide step. It's caught, you just gotta do something about it. It is so freaking, annoying, and it's starting to like there's that point, right, when you're in public where you just think to yourself, you know what, I need to adjust right now. I really need to adjust right now, right? And the thing is, are you gonna wait to go to the bathroom to go and do this? No. Why don't we do that? Why don't we just go to the bathroom? All right, cool. I need to go quickly. Just 1 second, I just need to go use the loo. I'll be back. Go, do your thing, finish, adjust everything, you're good. No. We did the hard way. We'll make sure no one is looking, and we'll just take that one step. Just that one step, and boom, sorted, sorted. That's all you needed to do, is take that step. And I'm sorry, but it's just idiotic sometimes. Really, it's just sometimes it's like really idiotic. I don't know what else to say about us, guys. I mean, we're not we're not passing around any awards here, you know what I'm saying? It's just you gotta do what you gotta do. It's like, I think it's the equivalent of a chick, messing around with her bra. But like, we don't see anything gross in that, you see. That's the thing. We don't see anything gross in a chick fixing her bra. It's like a normal thing. But a guy really like shifting his nuts to the one side. So you're like, why are you playing with your balls in public? Yeah, it's just one of those things. So yes, I think that's my time for. No, it's actually not. Oh, yay! I got how many minutes? But I can't see a damn thing because it's like, oh, my computer. Okay, cool. We still got half an hour. So yes, so far I made a bad guy. Yeah. And if you can see him or not, I don't. Can you see him? Can you not see him? Can you see him? Can you not see him? I don't know. Can you see him? I have no idea if you can see him or not. But I can tell you one thing. It's somewhat of what I pictured. Okay, he is, and yes, it is an original character. It is from my brains. Right? This character is from my brain. It's been developing in my brain for years now. For years and years and years and years and years. I just never have the skill to do it. Okay, I had to practice, and practice makes perfect. I tell my son the same thing when he asks me, Data, how come your pictures are so perfect? Actually, my pictures are not perfect, man. But to get close, I practiced. But every time I tell him that I miss him, he shrugs. So that's that feeling, you know. I'm trying to just overcome, just be a better father and be a father. Yeah, I grew up without a father. My father never lived. He passed away. It wasn't that. He passed away. It was a motorcycle accident. I still end up riding bike, but the rest of everything else was like kind of screwed up, like family wise. You can't put together something that's broken, right? Like even a plate, right? Once it's broken, right? It's pieces, it's done, it's gone, right? Throw it away. You can't do that with yourself, though. Figure it out the hard way. By trying and missing the shot, you know what I'm saying? I'm not actually missing the shot, you just never go off. So that was long time ago, though. That was like really long time ago. Ever since then, I haven't tried again because I knew I'd succeed. So I don't want to succeed at doing it. I want to go out, kicking and screaming, like give this world a hard fucking time. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna make it easy on them, on whoever they are, on whoever this universe, this whole fucking life that you have to love that you've given, and you have to just now take it and just just shove your nuts to the side and be like, all right, cool. Whose side are you kicking? You know? Okay, cool beans. Check it out. Right. So this dude here, right? It's actually looking like it's really cool. See what happens when you take your time, right? And if I talk about shit, right? I'm not talking about shit. It's just so I don't overthink what I'm doing, like here. Because as soon as I start overthinking that, it just all goes wrong. Right? It will all go fucking wrong. Because I start overthinking shit, right? When I start overthinking shit, that's when I start to just either overcorrect or do something stupid and fuck up the whole picture and be like, I'm upset now and I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing again. And it's a fucking process. But live with my brain. You realize, that's actually not the worst you can get. The worst you can get is that I try and destroy myself slowly over time. And that's not a good thing because I still want to be here. I still want to see my son. I still want to be, I still want to get that chance. And the thing is that no one's going to give you any chances, or it's not going to be someone saying, "Yeah, okay, here you go, you deserve this." No, no one fucking does that. You're just going to be put in the situation, and whatever happens is going to happen, right? Because that's what it means to be alive, or that's what it means to just I don't know. It's confusing sometimes. It's whatever. It can be frustrating, all that shit at once. How many emotions must one person feel throughout their lives? Like their life. You got one life, right? Unless you believe in reincarnation, in which case, you know what? I don't know why you want to fucking come back. for whose sake you want to actually come back. They're saying, oh, you want to try do that again. Like I'm gonna do it better this time. You don't even know if you were incarnated again as you. Okay, so there you go. I mean, how many millennia of lives do we need to learn a lesson? I tell you, it's a lot. If you believe in fucking reincarnation, right? Good luck, bro. I wish you well on your journeys. But no fucking way. They say go, there's a stairway. I'm like, fuck off. No. Stop it. No. Just no. Right? Why? Because, like, I mean, I'm not gonna fucking do this again. Okay? Go through the ups and downs and all the fucking emotions and all the shit again. Oh god. Where's my nose leaky nose? Because I get emotional, man. That's why. And I swear a lot. I don't know why I swear so much. Lucky I don't say anymore. Well, not as much as I used to anyway. I used to. Okay, I used to say that a lot. Now I say fuck. Kind of, turning that frown upside down. I don't know if that's the way you look at it, but I'm going with that. Okay, so his hand on the side here is going to be done in. Because he's in pain. Obviously, I mean, if you're growing wings in a second, I mean, you're gonna feel some discomfort. Okay, you're gonna. It's just, I mean, the way I imagine it, it's gonna be right. It's that just makes more sense. Like any sort of metamorphosis is painful. Think about the life of a butterfly, right? As as it's changing inside its cocoon from a caterpillar. Do you think that whole process is easy? Do you think that process is like painless, completely painless? I don't think so. I think any change that comes, right, has to be like out of, some sort of desperation or just sheer fucking heartache. Me, on the other hand, it takes desperation. It takes me just realizing some shit, and then I just stop caring. And when I stop caring, that's the worst thing for me, because there's nothing on earth that it's going to change my mind about that. There's no sort of, no human being is going to come to me and show me enough affection, or replace some sort of emotion that I felt. There's, I mean, I've been on dates, I've been on too many, just, it's just, it is what it is now at this point. I'm empty as fuck. I'm an empty soul right now. Hey, speaking of which, right? I wonder which of you live in the Czech Republic? Because I know World Superbike is that side. Top Rack, what a rider. Bautista, fucking geniuses. Even Lowe's and what's his name? Reyes. What a riders. And also the F1 is also this weekend. So I'm like really pumped up. I'm not much of a soccer or football fan, or even cricket, or anything that has to do with people hitting balls. All right, it's fucking boring as shit. Right, I will watch a person drive around a racetrack because I know the feeling of that. There, playing soccer, I know the feeling of it, and I hate it. So yeah. Although like here in Lions, it's very popular. I mean, I'm brilliant goalkeeper. You know, that I can do. But I just, when was the last time you played a game? I don't think I played a game like years now, like of anything, soccer, cricket, fucking anything. He's weird though. Like, I mean, how do you process this? That you realize that you are just super, super, super lazy. Like you just like to say no. I don't know how to process normal emotion. Excuse me. So this is, oh dude, he is growing his wings, and soon his dark side will take over, and his only friend will kill him. That's how I imagine the story ending. Is that eventually this demon within him is going to take over. I mean, there's a darkness within all of us, right? And I know there's a darkness within me because I mean, I just know. And it's all messed up. And this whole world is just all screwy. Sometimes you just want to scream. You don't feel like that. You just want to scream. Like just scream. But like I'm not talking like a scream, like anger scream. I'm talking like a sob scream, like just a sad fucking howl, you know. And even though I live alone, though, like I mean, I just it's not gonna happen. It feels too forced sometimes. Like even if I have to think about it, right? Like even if I get this urge to, just it's just it's not gonna happen because as I said, I overthink shit, and once I start thinking about something, it's never ever gonna be the same again. So I won't do it until it feels natural. If it doesn't feel natural, I won't do it. And even if it means that I have to bury my fucking feelings down, deep, deep, deep down, in the darkest fucking recesses of my soul, I would rather do that there than force something, you know? Even if it means saying something like, you're right, I don't love you. This is gonna be so wicked. Sometimes when I tap myself out, it helps. Okay, you should do it for yourself. I mean, well, not for well, it just sounds dirty either way you say it, right? Tap yourself up. Tap yourself up. Give yourself a tap on the shoulder. Don't tap yourself. I don't just think of fuck yourself, man. Right? No. I mean, like, give yourself a tap on the shoulder and say, listen, pat on the back and be like, fucking did it, man. You fucking did it. You're brilliant. You did it. You did it. Well done. Well done. Way to go. Because I don't think anyone else is going to come and do it for you. And that is the truth. The in the universe, in all its wisdom, that is the ultimate truth, is that no one gives a fuck. No one gives two shits about what you're going to go through, what you're feeling at the moment. And if you got that person that does care about you, well done. Well done. I hope the two of you die together. That's the best I can wish. Because I really don't want anyone to go through anything like this. But the thing is that it's so common though. It's so fucking common. Why has it become so common? Or was it always like this and we just only realized it after we got married? And then we realized, hey, listen, everyone's getting divorced. Huh? My in-laws, ex-in-laws actually, they got divorced after 20 something years of marriage. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, hold on a second, right? They couldn't keep shit together, right? And they keep give us a pep talk about how to deal with our relationships. That is why we fucking failed. Because it's the blind leading the blind. All down one fucking hole. Okay? Eventually people are gonna fill up that hole and you're gonna just walk over, right? That's just gonna be your luck. Right? You're just gonna walk over the hole. You're just gonna walk on top of everyone and just, hey, what's this? What's this? No screaming death, no nothing. Cool. I'm alive. Human realize that shit, where do I go from here? So yeah, that is life in a nutshell, right? That's sort of okay. Life is not so bleak. I mean, I wish I knew. Well, actually, I don't. Because if I knew then what I know now, I honestly would have been a way worse person. I swear to you, I would have been in jail still today. But yeah, you do what's necessary so you survive, right? That's why they call you, be a man. When I say be a man, it's not be a man. It's just, suck it up, fucker. No one's gonna come save you. You're not a damsel in distress, motherfucker. You're gonna deal with the shit yourself. You're gonna fucking dig that. You're gonna dig yourself out of this hole. And then after you dig yourself out of this hole, yeah, you're gonna realize there's another hole that this hole was put inside. So what does that make it? It makes it a sinkhole, right? Fucking, it's just a hole, right? A very fucking deep hole, right? And all you got is a spoon. Good luck. Make yourself some stairs. That's what I would do. I would make myself some stairs. I wouldn't dig out like, out of a hole. I would actually make myself like I would make myself steps. And I'll get so pedantic over it, right? I probably stay there longer than I need to. I like, I actually like the hole. There's no one inside the hole with me. And then I'll come up, pop my head out and be like, shit, there's the wall. Fuck. Okay. How do I take longer with this? You realize you can't. You just now you're just digging deeper then. You have to come out from the hole. You have to love. You have to be. You have to exist. You have to. You have to be a part of this world. Because as long as you're alive, you are a part of this world. As I said, I'm not gonna choose to go away. I'm going to fucking fight it with everything that I'm made of because I want my son to have a father. And that is why I created the exhibition nation. That is why the call is the campus actually exists or is going to exist. For his sake. So that I can stop stressing about every fucking month and then actually just, stop surviving and just live a little bit. I'm investing in fucking everything I can. I'm going nuts, right? I'm going absolutely nuts with this entire thing. It's a night after sleepless night, and the only thing I can do or think of is rather let me just write it. Let me just write or do something productive. For me, writing never do the trick, so sketching it was because I found myself just blindly just sitting there and sketching, and I realized I have so much art over the past 20 years, right? So I just kept maybe about I don't even know how many pieces I got here. And I'm gonna turn them into I'll turn a few of them into NFTs, a few of them I'll use for the video game. It's all concept art, so it's all intellectual property. which I do have a license for. So which is cool because I have my own company, my own little, my own little enterprise, which is the Exhibition Nation, which is I think is commendable because I mean from nothing to actually getting to that point, having a registered company, being um, certified, and all of that jazz. It's just it feels like an accomplishment, and I feel happy, and I'm really I'm dare I say it, optimistic. Um, there's the again. Why? Because I start feeling fucking. Check this out. Camera. There you go. Right. So this is my man's. He be bulking, and his wings are gonna be huge. Right. So now I gave a shade to my friend of the Exhibition Nation because him and I, we've been through like campus together, we're in college together, fucking school, madrasa, everywhere, like in every institute somehow we ended up like in the same class or something. And so we know each other from preschool, or I think just after preschool. And the thing that got us like to become friends is Blade, the movie Blade. I don't know if any of you guys remember the movie Blade. Blade 2 specifically, where in the beginning I can't remember what's his name, the prince. He goes into a freaking a blood bank as a normal human being and kills all the vampires. And he uses that phrase in Latin. I think it's Abir. Yeah, Nahnu Abir. So as soon as he heard that, he's like, Lena. And that was it. Your friends ever since that point. Like, I mean, you have to find someone weird and crazy like you to sort of have that same passion. So that's why the two of us actually went to business together. It wasn't planned though. It wasn't planned at all. This was by fluke. This was an accident that all of this happened to come around because he is the friend who actually came to come see if I was doing okay. He is the friend who came to come see if, who came to come drop a food for me one day and say, eat something for lunch, just Friday lunch. Have something to eat. That's the friend. I've had many friends over the years. And honestly, none of them I can say this, came close to being my best friend. I mean, I have good friends, so I have good friends. It's just, hey, listen, we all got shit to deal with. Okay, we all got shit to deal with, and you have to understand that. And as a friend, you have to be understanding. You have to be there to support. You have to be there to also take the brunt sometimes. I think this is as far as I'm gonna go with you guys on YouTube. So it is now 12:01. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this weird little show of mine. It is now past just over 12 o'clock, just over midnight. Oh, sorry, I can't fix this thing up. It's just over 12 o'clock now, and it's time for me to go into Twitch. So draw out to burgers as well. For now, that's it. Peace.